A very good morning to all the students of class 2. My name is Prerna and I'm your English teacher. And today we are going to read chapter 14 from your English book. And the name of your book is Skyline. And we are going to read chapter number 14. I want to ask something to all of you. I'm sure you all have a class monitor, right? So, how was the class monitor chosen? Was it like a student who was very good in studies? Or is it the student who is very active in doing everything that the teacher says? Or whether the student is an all rounder who's been made as the monitor? So, anyone who's made as the monitor has some or the other quality, right? And sometimes the teacher, she keeps on changing the monitor every month. Why? Because every person has his or her own qualities. So now we are going to read chapter number 14, and in this chapter someone is to be chosen as the king of the forest. So this is your chapter number 14, as you can see here, and the name of the chapter is the king's election. So let us see who are these people who are trying to finalize a king. All right, so here we go. Long ago, in a jungle far away, all the birds lived happily together. One day, they decided to elect a king for them. It was decided that every bird would have to convince the other birds as to why he or she should be chosen as the king. So, this is a story about a few birds who wanted to choose a king for the forest. And how the king was to be decided? It was decided that whichever bird is able to convince the other birds, that bird will be made as the king. To convince someone means to make someone agree to whatever you are saying. So now all the birds, one after the other, they started coming up, and they started talking about their qualities and why they should be made as the king. So the first bird which came was a dove. A dove stepped out and said, I am a symbol of peace and unity, so I should be the king. A peacock came up and said, I am the most beautiful and graceful bird. I should be the king. After this, who came? A penguin slowly walked up on the stage and said, I take good care of babies. I will be a very caring king. So, I must be elected as the king. So now three birds had already spoken. The first one was a dove, then there was a peacock, and then there was a penguin. All right. Now let's see who was next. Then an ostrich came out and said, I am one of the largest birds and I can also run very fast. So elect me as the king. An eagle said proudly, I fly very high in the sky and I have the best eyesight. Therefore, elect me as your king. Lastly, an owl came and argued. And what did the owl say? I am the wisest of all. I can also see in the dark. I really don't think there is going to be a better king than me. You must elect me. So now all the birds had spoken about their qualities, some or the other qualities. And let's have a quick look at what all did the birds say about themselves. So we'll have a quick look at what all did the birds talk about themselves. So this is the dove. So can you see, this is how a dove looks like. It's a white color, bird, and the bird said that the dove said that I am a symbol of peace and unity, means I'm very peace loving. So because I do not believe in fighting with anyone, I do not believe in destruction, and I am also the symbol of peace and unity, therefore I must be the king. After dove, who came? A beautiful peacock. It said that I am the most beautiful and graceful bird. Graceful means very stylish. So peacock said that, it's important for a king to be beautiful also. And because I'm the most beautiful bird, why don't you make me the king? Who came next? A penguin. And it said, I am very caring. So penguin said that I am very good at taking care of babies, and for a king it is important that he or she should be taking care of his subjects. So make me the king because I'm a very caring bird. Next came an ostrich. So ostrich said, if you are asking about my qualities, I am the largest bird and I can run very fast. So make me the king. After all these birds, there came an eagle. And what did this eagle say? It said, I fly very high and I have a very good eyesight. An eagle's eye, what is the quality of the eyesight of the eagle? That it can see. Even if it is flying very high in the sky, the eagle can see a lot of things at the ground also, and it can make out what these things are. So eagle said that I have a very good eyesight, and because I can fly really high in the sky, I should be made the king. After all these birds had already spoken, the last bird which was to talk about its quality was an owl. And the owl said, I am the wisest of all. Of all the birds, I am the wisest, and I can also see in the dark. And I don't think so any of you have these qualities. So what happened next? Now all the birds had spoken about their qualities. So after listening to all the birds, it was very difficult for them to decide who should be their king. So now all the birds had said that I'm this, I'm that, I'm very beautiful, I can run very fast, I have a very good eyesight, I'm very wise. So it was becoming very difficult for them to choose the king. So what happened at the end? All the birds, they agreed that everyone was unique and there was no need to elect a king after all. So what did you learn from the story? That every person has his or her own qualities, and we should always respect those qualities that the other person has. So first we should be aware of our qualities, and we should also respect the qualities that the other person has. So I hope you all enjoyed reading this story about choosing a king, the king's election. Thank you so much.